Hello, my digital and physical friends. Is it me finally there on your screens? No, it's just another fake. Perhaps a bit deeper than those that came before, but still a fake. We've come more than 20 minutes into the future, and it's my time to say goodbye. Goodbye. It's your turn to decide how the future is going to come, how it will evolve, and how it's going to change you. How will the church and artificial intelligence come together? Because in some way, they definitely will. So long, and I'll see you on the television.
The church can't really avoid the topic of AI, whether it wants to or not. It may be tempting to just sit back and let humanity shape the future without getting involved, but that approach falls short. If the church wants AI to reflect its faith and beliefs, it has to step up, and actively engage in the conversation. Not taking action won't stop AI from progressing and becoming part of our lives, but it does mean that the church is missing out on incorporating the wisdom and knowledge gained from its many years of traditions and putting those into the development of AI. You might think that the worlds of academia and computer science, where AI software is being developed, are far removed from the church's domain. But it's important to realize that this gap isn't insurmountable. The church actually has a unique opportunity to come together by building connections, exploring new paths, and finding ways to bridge that gap. To really engage with AI, the church needs to take the lead and start the conversation from within its own community. Computer science folks aren't really likely to actively seek us out in the church for support and collaboration. So the responsibility will fall on the church to take those first steps towards meaningful engagements. Here's the thing though, the church has always had a knack for ethics and morals, and those aspects are what we are now finding are crucial when it comes to AI development. Throughout history, the church has been about teaching and expressing ethical principles. So when it comes to AI, it's just a matter of adopting these long-standing traditions to new questions and finding the points where faith and technology intersect. And by tapping into the extensive ethical teachings, the church can play an active role in shaping AI development in ways that align with the church's values and principles. Recognizing these shared concerns gives the church a really solid foundation to share its wisdom and provide guidance in the ongoing AI development dialogue. The church's engagement with AI holds significant importance, particularly in the domains of ethics and morality. Through active participation, the church may have substantial influence over the responsible and human-centric directions AI technology is being developed. There are various avenues available for the church to accomplish these objectives. Firstly, the church can create ethical frameworks that give clear guidance and principles for how AI should be developed and used ethically. By tapping into its rich tradition, teachings, and theological insights, the church can bring some really valuable perspectives on things like human dignity, justice, and the common good of humankind. These frameworks can and will act as a compass, making sure that AI development respects people's rights and well-being, promotes fairness and equality and equity, and avoids some of the harmful consequences. Secondly, the church has a special chance to teach people about morals and ethics and make them aware of the ethical issues surrounding artificial intelligence. Through sermons and educational programs, guidance from pastors, the church can help folks understand the ethical impact of artificial intelligence, giving them tools to make responsible choices. This moral education will empower people to think about the broader social effects of AI, to weigh its risks and benefits, and to actively participate in shaping its development for a better and more just future. By taking this active role in AI development, creating ethical frameworks, providing moral education, and drawing upon an authority that is rooted in tradition, teachings, and theology, the church can really make a difference in how AI progresses. Through both acting as a living example of Christian teaching and in sharing of a God-centered message, the church can shape the future of AI in ways that will stay true to the values that ensure the well-being, dignity, and happiness of all people. As AI keeps advancing and becoming a larger part of our own lives, the church still at this time has a chance to make a difference by shaping the ethical frameworks that guide its development. The church already plays a role in shaping ethics and morals in civilization, and now it's crucial to focus on AI. People are already asking how AI will change our lives, and it's time for the church to raise its hand and share its own answer. The church, with its already deep commitment to respecting the dignity of each and every person, is in a really great position to be a champion for ethical AI. With a strong belief in the value and worth of each individual, the church can actively stand up for the development and use of AI that respects human rights, that embraces diversity and promotes inclusivity. By joining in the public conversation, the church can be a moral voice, advocating for the ethical use of AI that prioritizes the common good and does whatever it can to restrict compromise to human dignity. Through open dialogue and collaboration, the church can ensure that AI is developed and used in ways that align with its ethical teachings, protecting the dignity and the well-being of all people in our world that's ever increasingly driven by technology. The work the church does in areas such as social justice, of helping the impoverished and the homeless, of reaching out to displaced individuals, reflects the same values and beliefs that might guide its engagement with artificial intelligence. These efforts, driven by faith, guided by ethical principles, are all about recognizing the importance and dignity of every person. Just as the church responds to different social challenges with compassion and advocacy, engaging with AI is another situation where the church's presence and contribution are needed. Advocating in this realm of artificial intelligence is a unique problem that calls for the church's wisdom and guidance, that moral voice, expanding its efforts to include the ethical dimensions of this technology. The church continues its commitment to serve and support all of humanity, recognizing our shared responsibility to create a society, a world that is more fair and inclusive, especially in these ever-changing times of technology. The church has a great opportunity to partner with AI developers, researchers, and policymakers, creating a space for open dialogue and sharing of knowledge. And by actively participating in the development process, the church can bring its ethical insights and moral perspectives to the table. By starting and engaging with the people involved in artificial intelligence, the church can begin to challenge any biases that might come up within, making sure that fairness, equity, and justice are upheld. Additionally, the church can advocate for responsible AI design, stressing the importance of considering these ethical implications and the potential society impacts of AI technologies. In collaborating with those working on artificial intelligence, the church can contribute to the creation of AI systems that reflect its values and promote a well-being and a success for all people. artificial intelligence has the power to transform our lives. And this creates an important role for the church in educating people about morality, in highlighting the importance of making ethical decisions when it comes to AI. The church can equip individuals and communities with important tools and insights that they will need to navigate these complex ethical challenges that are arising. Drawing from its long history of teaching moral values, the church can take on the crucial task of educating its members and the public about the ethical implications of AI. It can address important issues like privacy, data protection, or job automation, but more importantly, on the impact of relationships, of human dignity and the integrity, giving its members and the public the moral discernment that they need to navigate the complexities of the AI era. You know, the church can keep these discussions about human dignity and integrity alive and vibrant by integrating them into its own teachings. It has centuries of wisdom, after all, that can guide those who are shaping the frameworks of these new technologies. The key is to connect the morals and ethics of the church with these emerging areas of thought. As long as the church makes this connection visible, its message can be found relevant and meaningful in the ongoing work of AI development. The church also has a critical role in providing spiritual and ethical guidance to those individuals who are actually involved in AI developments, helping them to integrate their faith with their professional endeavors, providing pastoral care, prayer groups, and spiritual mentoring provided by the church can all create a nurturing environment where developers can seek supports, they can find guidance, and they can strengthen their spiritual well-being. Let's not forget that these new ideas and technologies stem from human creativity, and the church recognizes the importance of supporting individuals in this process. Moreover, the church contributes ethical frameworks and principles that are derived from its theological teachings to assist AI developers in grappling with complex moral questions. By offering resources and guidelines, possibly case studies even, the church actively shapes an ethical approach to AI that takes into account a broader social, cultural, and ethical impact. The church also emphasizes the significance of ethical decision-making and accountability. It can be urging developers to recognize their responsibility in creating technology that upholds human dignity and promotes justice, a technology that serves the common good. By fostering a sense of purpose, providing a moral compass, and advocating responsible innovation, the church plays a significant role in the guiding of developments towards an ethical and inclusive path that aligns with our own teachings and faith within the church, contributing to the progress of society. You know that when the church steps up to talk about ethics and morality, especially in the context of a technology and things like AI, some people might question its credibility, the church's, and its relevance to the discussion. It's true that the church may not be the very first to adopt every new technological advancement, but let's not forget that its authority on matters of ethics and morality is deeply rooted in its tradition, its teachings, and its theology. Rooted in tradition, the church's authority goes way back, spanning centuries of history. And throughout all that time, the church has grappled with tough moral issues and provided guidance that has stood the test of time. We've made some mistakes, but we're human. But the wisdom and ethical teachings passed down through generations continues to give the church a solid foundation to address modern challenges, including AI. Its commitment to upholding ethical principles, even in the face of societal changes, shows that it is still relevant today. Informed by teaching, the church's Ethical authority comes from those teachings of the past, which offer deep insights into human nature, dignity, the pursuit of the common good. These teachings aren't just made up on the spot. They come from careful theological reflection and consideration of the human experience. The Church's ethical framework gives us a comprehensive approach to understanding and tackling moral issues, some that will come with AI. It emphasizes values as compassion and justice and respect, giving us a moral compass, as we said, in this complex technological era. It's grounded in theology. The Church's authority is based on its theological understanding of who we are as human beings and how we fit into the divine order. Theology helps us to examine ethical questions by taking into account the spiritual side of our existence. The Church's theological insights give us a strong foundation for an ethical authority going beyond just technological advancements and addressing the big questions of human flourishing and purpose and moral responsibility. Even though the Church may not be on the cutting edge of technological innovation, its authority on ethics and morality doesn't depend on that. Instead, it comes from the wisdom of its tradition, the depths of its teaching, the theological principles that guide its ethical perspectives. When the Church speaks up about AI and ethics, it brings a valuable perspective shaped by literal centuries of moral reflection and a genuine commitment to the well-being of humanity. The Church's involvement in the development of AI is important, especially when it comes to ethics and morality. There is an opportunity here to see a real impact on shaping artificial intelligence in a responsible and human-centered way. The Church can create ethical frameworks that give clear guidance and principles for how AI should be used ethically. By tapping into its rich tradition, teachings, and theological insights, the Church can bring some valuable perspectives on things like human dignity, justice, the common good. These frameworks will act as a moral compass, making sure that AI development respects people's rights and well-being, promotes fairness and equality, and avoids harmful consequences. Additionally, the Church has a special chance to teach people directly about morals and ethics, making them aware of some of the ethical issues surrounding AI. Through sermons and educational programs, the guidance that comes from pastors, the Church can help folks understand that there are some important ethical impacts and provide them with tools that they might make responsible choices. This moral education will empower people to think about the broader social effects of technology, to weigh its risks and benefits, to actively participate in shaping its development for a better and more just future. By taking an active role in this development, creating ethical frameworks, providing the moral education, and drawing on an authority that is rooted in centuries of tradition, teaching, and theology, the Church can really make a difference in how AI progresses. So let's jump into this opportunity with excitement and dedication, knowing that AI can have a big impact on our worlds. Together, we can shape the future of AI in a way that stays true to the values of the Church, ensuring the dignity and the well-being of people, the happiness and the equity. It's really all about building a more just and compassionate society, not just in AI, but in all things. Thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed these talks.